Hello, awesome people. Welcome to VP's Wealth Radio Show. This is Vijay Prakash, author of Amazon #1 best-selling book, Slumdog Investor. So today morning, I got a call from one of my course participant, Arun, and he said he has been watching my content continuously, watching my video continuously, and he's like a week behind compared to the content which I post. And he said, Vijay, you keep talking about reading books. So I've been reading books here and there. So as this year is ending, can you give me a list of those 12 books which I should be reading this year so that, I don't have to figure out books on my own? So what I have done is I have compiled those list of 12 books which you should be doing this year so that it takes your knowledge to altogether a different level. So let's get started with the book list. Okay, so here is my book list. And the first book in the group is Managing Thoughts, which is written by Mary J. Lord. And it's an amazing book, I must tell you. This book has helped me a lot. It is one of the few books which I got almost 6, 7 years ago. And this book actually helps you manage your thought. I have mentioned about this book in one of my previous videos as well. But this book gives you a step-by-step approach that how do you manage your thoughts and stay away from the negative and the toxic thought. It also helps you in terms of building your priority. So great book. I'll not get into the detail. I just give you the overview of each book, and once you go through it, you will get in detail. So first book, my recommendation for this year would be a Thought Management or Managing Thought, written by the Mary J. Lord. The second book which I would recommend, and again I have talked about this book, is The Compound Effect. Trust me, friends, this is one of my Bible, which I use it, and that is the reason you see the fast growth of my videos, the fast actions I take is a result of this book called Compound Effect, because this is an amazing book which talks about nothing but the compound effect principle and how do you apply this principle in different parts of your life. Okay, you can apply it in all your building blocks of life, and it's an amazing book written by Darren Hardy. He is the publisher of Success Magazine, a writer of multiple books, Compound Effect, Entrepreneur, Roller Coaster, and he is the student of Jim Rohn as well. Okay, so this is the second book which I recommend. The third book is What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmester. So this book is again amazing. This book is actually on the self-talk. So a lot of people talk about self-esteem, self-image, but what is the role of the self-talk in building your self-image? This book goes deep into it, and you will be able to understand that how can you send the message at your subconscious level to change your self-image and enhance your self-esteem. Okay, so three books: Managing Thoughts, Compound Effect, and What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. So January, February, March, for 3 months, these three books. Let's move on. So after quarter 1, in quarter 2, these are the books which are recommended for you. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, I need not talk about it, but if you are somebody, unfortunately, who has not read a Rich Dad, and I'm not talking about the Rich Dad Poor Dad book only, okay, I'm talking about the Rich Dad series. You have to read all the books of the Rich Dad series, especially Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, Business of 21st Century, and there are many more. Okay, so if you haven't read book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, it is a must. It is a life-changing book. And most of the book, what I'm recommending, I'm assuming that you are somebody who has aspiration like me to become an entrepreneur and create something of your own. If you really want to stay in the employee quadrant, you are most welcome, and you need not go for the self-development. But if you are somebody who has an aspiration, who wants to take his life to the next level, then these are the books you should go through. Okay, then the fifth book what I would recommend is the book by Donald Trump, which is Think Big. Trust me, this is another masterpiece. I mean, this man, you can hate him for being a politician, but as a businessman, you cannot ignore him. And I've been watching him since a very long time. Even if when I see somebody on this planet who has such a clarity for his business, who thinks so big, and who has a courage like a lion, a man who has a courage like a lion is Donald Trump. So this book is again a must read. There is a lot to learn from this book called Think Big, right? And the sixth book is definitely my book, which is Slumdog Investor. If you have not read it, then it is must. Trust me, friends, it's a life changing, because it is not just a book. It is a collection of my experience of the training which I have gone to across the world, right? When you read it, the kind of feedbacks which I have got, why did you write one book? You could have made a 3-4 parts out of this one single book, right? So when you read this book, it is actually a collection of 20-30 books. Anything which you want to learn on the self help, that concepts will be there. Anything you want to learn on investing, money management, we have compiled most of the things in this book. Okay, so 6 books I have covered. Let me move on to 3 more. So another book, what I want you to, so those books were for quarter 2, and this is for quarter 3. Or you can even there is no sequence as such, but definitely based on your priority you can change your sequence. So the next book what I want to talk about is The Intelligent Investor. It's a book written by the Benjamin Graham. Those who do not know him, he is the guru of Warren Buffett, right? He's the one who taught value investing in Columbia University to Warren Buffett, and later Warren Buffett went and worked for him. So another amazing book, the core concept of this book is how do you pick up a value stock, and when do you pick up a value stock? So what he says is you should pick a value stock when it is cheap, and a time will come when you are going to reap the benefit of that. Okay. So another book after that is the Buffettology, which is written by Mary Buffett. Now, Mary Buffett is the only person in Warren Buffett's family who knows how Warren Buffett invests. Okay, and she's a daughter-in-law of Warren Buffett, and in this book she talks about the Warren Buffett's investing strategy, how he picks the stock, how he invests. So directly from the horse's mouth. Another classic and the masterpiece. The next book is The Snowball. If you have not read this, this is another book by Alice Schroeder, and this book is again another masterpiece which talks about again a long-term investing. And if you are able to take a small piece of a snow up the mountain hill, and once that small snow ball starts coming down, then again it multiplies itself, and how big it becomes. So again, I will not get into a detail of it to make it a spoiler. So Intelligent Investor, Buffettology, and The Snowball, you can read in Q2 or Q3. So these are the 9 books which I recommend, and 3 more to go. So another book is again what I would recommend is Unlock It by Dan Lok. Okay, so this is again an amazing book, and as the name suggests, unlock it. I will not get into the detail to unlock it. You will have to read yourself. An amazing book in terms of the brand building, wealth building, and in terms of mindset, creating a life of significance. Definitely a must-read book. Okay. After that, the next book is called Expert Secret, which is written by the Russell Branson. So if you are someone who is again into creating the brand using the system like ClickFunnels, and you want to create your own tribe, your own movement, this book is must for you. And the 12th and the final book is the 10x Rule, which is by Grant Cardone. In this book, what he simply says is, whatever your dreams and goals and aspirations are, just take it and multiply it by 10. Okay. So all these 12 books, what I have recommended, are such an amazing book. Trust me, if you can read these books this year, by the end of this year, what I can tell you, that your knowledge will go to a next level, and you will beat 99% people in the world and move to the top 1% population, probably, because 99% of the people are not even going to read a single book. That is what statistics says. Okay. So this is all I wanted to cover for today. Do you want me to run it again? So let me just run this once again quickly. So managing thoughts, compound effect, what to say when you talk to yourself, rich dad, poor dad, think big, my book, Slumdog Investor, the intelligent investor, Buffettology, snowball, unlock it, expert secret, the 10x rule, right? So this is the list for 2020. If you are new to my channel and you have not subscribed it, I would recommend you go ahead and subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can get all my new videos in notification. I post one video every single day. So this is what I wanted to talk today. And again, see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye-bye.